Hello all! Rick here today with a quick Bestiary style video on the dangerous Star Trek creature, the Mugato. This ferocious beast is native to the planet Neural, the third planet in the Zeta Bootis system. The planet itself is inhabited by a humanoid species termed the Neuralese, who were at a Bronze Age level of technology. The planet itself is protected by the Federation's Prime Directive, but nonetheless has been the subject of some cultural contamination from the Klingons and early Starfleet observations. The planet remains a hotbed of scientific study, as much of the flora has stunning and unique medicinal properties that Dr. Phlox would salivate over. Away teams are allowed to visit the surface to study and procure some of these plants, but interaction with the natives is to be avoided where possible, despite their awareness of the greater galactic community. Technology is also to be severely limited in case of further cultural contamination. Known as Pongidae theropoda, the Mugato is a large ape-like creature around 2 meters tall and covered in whitish fur over its leathery tan skin. The largest recorded was 2.2 meters in height. Atop their third head is a single large horn, and other spines that run down its back and along its tail. Its 2 hands have 3 clawed digits, one of which is an opposable thumb. Facially, they have the face resembling a great ape, complete with small ears. Their favoured environment was the savanna plains, where they hunted in pairs. As a predatory species, they have long fangs, which deliver their primary method of killing, their venomous bite. Typically, the Mugato would stalk its prey, usually attempting to obtain a height advantage, where it would then jump down to pin its target under its weight. From there, it would bite down and inject the venom. However, they would often signal their imminent attack by screeching and tapping their chest, giving the target time to react if the Mugato was too eager and pounced too soon. Mugato venom is potent enough to kill a humanoid in hours. It works as a neurotoxin, which means that the poisonous substance interfered with and broke down the nervous system. Symptoms of a Mugato bite include convulsions, pain as the body goes into shock, culminating in unconsciousness and then death. While the effects of the toxin can be delayed, the only known cure was the Mako root, a knobbly brown root that had to be applied in a specific fashion. The kahn-ut-tu shaman would begin a ritual and apply the root directly to the site of the wound, where the fancy flora would then squirm and draw the poison out of the body. Somehow. Mugato often travelled in pairs, one male and one female, which were mates. However, they existed in larger colonies. While roaming in pairs, they remained mobile, seldom staying in one location for very long. Their larger tribes seemed to have a form of hierarchy based on physical prowess, and were often found far away from settlements. Both male and female Mugato seemed to be of comparable size, and both possessed horns, spines, and the same coloration of fur. Infant Mugato, however, lacked the spines, venom, and horn of the adults, suggesting they birthed live young. As the horn is not used to gore its prey, I'm going to postulate that it's used in dueling or inter-tribe combat for leadership, as the venomous bites might prove to be fatal, even to the Mugato. Reducing the number of their own tribe seems counterproductive, so comparing horns might just keep their group strong and alive. There is one curious example of a single sentient Mugato, that of Ensign Janus. Janus was a creation of Dr. Marius Betham, who, as a Federation citizen, would have been severely violating UFP regulations on genetic manipulation. This augmented creation had the genes of several other species, but was eventually granted a commission to serve in Starfleet as an ensign. Unfortunately, his tale does not end well, as the enhanced intellect eventually faded, and he was released on Neural to join a native tribe of Mugato. Their ferocity sometimes saw them being taken from Neural and used as prized creatures for all sorts of things, such as arena fights. This would have required visiting Neural and the capture and removal of the Mugato, which violates the Federation's mandate, as the planet is listed as a protected one, with only scientific research permitted. So, Use caution when exploring Neural 3 and watch for Mugato tracks, as they are constantly roaming the savannah areas searching for their next meal. Encountering one often means that its mate is roaming nearby, and maybe even an entire tribe. Also, unless you're friends with a native shaman, don't get bitten by one. Much like the flora's medicinal properties, the Mugato's venom is equally unique, and as of the 23rd century, Starfleet did not have a workable anti-venom. The Mugato generally cannot be dissuaded from attacking its prey once it has chosen a target, and will eagerly engage multiple opponents, meaning often stunning or disintegrating it is the only option left. So I'm going to be looking at a few more species that might be considered more monstery than simply another alien species from Star Trek. And as these videos aren't too long, I think I may be able to produce quite a few a week. However, I'm having quite a bit of noisy DIY being done, so I'm having to cram things in where I can. So thanks for watching this Trek Bestiary, and I'll see you next time for another lore, game or review video. I've been Rick, and goodbye.